Hi there, this is Craig, and this is another podcast on mindfulness. This one is about kindness. So, I wanted to just talk a little bit about what kindness is and how we can manifest it in our lives and how we can help others with kindness. And we'll also finish with a kindness meditation just to get you in the flavor of kindness for yourself as well. So, kindness is always there. It's part of us as humans to be kind. It's part of our inherent goodness that is locked away, you could say, deep inside, and it gets covered and hidden by our life, by things that happen in our life, our experiences. If we've had quite a difficult upbringing or a difficult life, often our kindness is nestled, beneath layers of conditioning and suffering and struggle that has happened in our life. So it's hard to be kind when people have been um, difficult towards you, or they've judged you, or there's been things that have happened in your life that have been really, really tricky, really difficult. So it's hard to be kind to people, for example, certainly people who have been difficult in your life, who have really kind of upset you or judged you in some way. So there's an obstacle straight away. We have preconceived judgments of certain people, and you'll know in your own life who these people might be. Um, Sometimes we're very ingrained in family ties and beliefs and opinions, and these kind of things, this kind of discrimination, if you like, between people can stop us from being kind. We might be kind to people of a similar nature to ourselves or a similar likeness to ourselves, but anybody who's different or perceived as different, it can be harder to be kind to them. But the kindness is always there, and this is kind of the theme for this podcast, is that everyone, even difficult people, even people who are argumentative or uh, people who can be what looks from the outset annoying or rude or um, they've got issues themselves. There is kindness even in these people, and it's just locked away. It's just waiting to be unearthed. And we use mindfulness as a tool to begin to unearth our own kindness. So, as I say, we have obstacles for this kindness to show. We're judgy. We have opinions. We have beliefs based on our past, of what's right and what's wrong. And we're always trying to protect ourselves from, things that happen in our life. And some people that have happened in our life, maybe we've cut off ties to people or we've decided to leave people behind or situations behind, um, things that we still hold on to in our past. And these things can stop us, as I say, from being kind. So, in order to kind of change that, it's good to know what kindness can actually provide for us. And when we're kind to people, when we're kind to situations, even the most difficult people, a change can occur. We find that when we're kinder with everything that's connected in the universe, when you send kindness out, kindness comes back to you. Just as if you're sending aggression and judgment out, that comes back to you too. There's an interconnectedness to everything. And obviously, when you're kind to yourself, which is something that we often forget to do. It's actually easier sometimes to be kind to people we like, but to remember to do it with ourselves is an issue. And so it's important, first off, to be kind to ourselves. So this is not beating ourselves up. It's not calling ourselves names. It's not saying we're silly or worthless or anything like that. It's not doubting our ability. It's being with everything that comes into us and being kind to it. So can you be kind to your appearance? Can you be kind to what you eat? Can you be kind to how you feel, your emotions? Do you get annoyed with anxiety, for example? Or are you kind to it? Do you welcome in these emotions? Because everything that comes into your being is there for a reason. It's a lesson or a gift to wake you up, to bring you back to the moment, to notice that there's something not quite going on, there's something, out of balance, out of whack. So we practice kindness to ourselves, we notice any thoughts that are beating ourselves up or feeling that we're not good enough, and we stop and we breathe, and we can do it right now. Just take a mindful breath, breathe in, breathe out, just feel the air as you breathe. And just affirm to yourself that you're a kind person. Just send kindness to yourself right now, just for how you feel. Doesn't matter what thoughts are there, what judgments have been there in the past, just send kindness to yourself. Even this simple practice of sending kindness, you can get a feeling of kindness within you. You can get a kind of warmth or a light. There's a lightness to kindness. There's a transformation. You find that whatever you're struggling with gets transformed when you send kindness to it. So it's actually self-healing. It's self-care to be kind to yourself. So when you're kind to yourself, you're more at peace with others. You're more able to send kindness to other people. So when we're noticing our thoughts in mindfulness and we're letting go of thoughts, we're just noticing that they're there. I notice that I've thought of myself as worthless, for example. I breathe with that thought and I say, no, off you go, thought. I'm sending myself kindness. I'm doing my best. I'm a kind person. I know this. Deep into my bones, I know that inherently we're all kind. We're all wanting to help and trust one another. So I send myself kindness. And now that I've done that, can I send other people kindness? Can I think of somebody, perhaps in my past, who hurt me or who has been unkind to me? Can I reframe how I think about them? Can I send them kindness? Because if I do, I'm entering a deeper form of compassion. Because everybody who suffers, everyone who struggles, and everyone who's difficult has their own story. And when we try to understand other people's stories, compassion can be born. Because you could imagine yourself in that person's shoes. Maybe if you'd lived their life, you'd behave in exactly the same way as them. And so holding on to a grudge is kind of an ego thing where it's like, I'm not happy because of this person or this event. But actually, that's all in the past. What you're left with is a feeling of hurt or a feeling of uncomfortableness. So when we pause and we sit with that and we breathe with that, and it's like, well, okay, hurt is here. Yes, that person was, had said these things to me. I'm going to breathe with my hurt. I'm going to give myself kindness for having these feelings and having these thoughts. And I'm going to let them be. I'm just going to let them come up into my body. At this moment, I feel hurt. Okay. I'm going to breathe with this hurt because, yeah, it's painful. I don't want to hold on to the grudge. It will just make the pain worse. It will make me more nervous to be kind in the future. So let me breathe right now, give myself kindness, and perhaps I can send this other person some kindness too, because I understand that when someone's annoyed, it's not actually at me. There's something in their past that they're hanging on to, that they're clinging on to, and it's giving them non-kindness. The kindness is in them, but they're not able to tap into it. They may be worried about their own life. Maybe they're protecting themselves. Maybe they've got their own opinions and beliefs from the past that's been grilled into them, perhaps. So maybe I can send love. Maybe I can send kindness to these people too. And so that's our practice. It is a practice because it's not always easy to send someone kindness, especially someone who's hurt us. And you'll notice your mind getting in the way. Your mind will be like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to send this person kindness. I don't care what Craig is saying here in this podcast. There's no way. That person was mean, they were rude, they were dishonest, they were difficult. But practice. This is all about trusting the process of kindness. It's trying to become non-discriminatory, what's called equanimity. You're trying to treat everybody exactly the same. You're trying to be kind to yourself, but you're also trying to be kind to others, to situations, to events, to people who have made mistakes. We've all been there. So this knowing, this oneness that we've all been there, we've all done the same stuff, we've all suffered and struggled, can open up your heart to being kind. And kindness can create resilience in you. It creates a lightness in you, an energy. It actually lets go of your ego a bit. You stop thinking too hard about yourself and woe is me and I'm holding on to a grudge or I'm plotting revenge on this person. You kind of let go of those kind of thoughts and you're like, you know what? All life needs is kindness. If everybody was kind to one another, then people wouldn't need to get angry and wouldn't need to get rude to other people or misbehave or commit a crime or anything, because needs would be met. We'd be able to help one another and build a community with one another. This is what compassion and kindness can give. And it's a really, really important trait that humans have, the ability to forgive, the ability to be kind, even when somebody has committed something really difficult for us to comprehend in our minds. Can we send kindness? So that's a very kind of rough and brief talk on kindness. It's an amazing, amazing emotion, an amazing thing to be able to do. And we start practicing it very, very simply by being kind to ourselves, by looking in the mirror, feeling in our heart gratitude. It's kind of like I'm here, I'm breathing, I'm alive. Every day is a gift, you know. Every day I'm getting through, I'm surviving. If I can be kinder to myself, I'll thrive more than survive. I'll start loving myself. I'll start accepting myself, accepting everything that's going on. I'll use any difficulty that comes my way as a learning, as a way to heal. So if I'm feeling uncomfortable with somebody or I'm getting fed up with somebody, if I come back to my breath and I breathe in the hurt and the pain and I try and exhale kindness, it changes. Things change. My feelings will change. And maybe even when I'm walking around and I'm seeing strangers and people who are struggling, maybe I'm noticing someone on the bus who I'd never met, who I can just see in their eyes the pain and the struggle they're going through. Maybe I can breathe in their suffering as well. And I can visualize this as black smoke. I'm breathing in their black smoke of struggle, and I'm going to send them joy and kindness and compassion, because I want that person to not be struggling. In fact, I want the world to not be struggling. So can I send kindness to the world? And the more we do this, the more we will automatically go to a kind place, and it will stop us from saying things harshly or doing things in a non-mindful way. So use everything out there as a learning for you to come back to your kindness, because that is our natural state. That is where we are when we're at peace and relaxed in ourselves. So just to finish, as promised, we'll do a meditation. So I shall hit my singing bowl here that makes that noise that we did at the beginning. And I invite you to close your eyes, and we'll just do a few minutes. Here we go. So beginning by noticing your breath, just feel the air as you breathe in, feel the air as you breathe out. And just notice how you feel just now. There may be some emotions there, or thoughts, judgments. Just get a sense of any bodily sensations. Can you feel the chair you're sitting on or the ground under your feet? Are you rooted to the earth? Take a few deep breaths. Just ground yourself in the moment. And whatever you're feeling just now, send kindness to it. Whether you're anxious, overthinking, stressed, or maybe you're peaceful, calm, send kindness to yourself. You can visualize kindness as white light entering your body. Just breathing in kindness, breathing out calmness. And just affirm to yourself just now that you are doing your best, and that you are inherently kind. Just sometimes it gets lost in our minds. It's coming back to your body, just accepting and being kind to everything that you feel, and see if you can smile. Notice the kind feeling that smiles can give. May I be well, have ease of life, and have happiness. And put your hand on your heart if you can. And repeat, may I be well. May I have ease of life and have happiness. And then breathing in that kindness, just breathe out kindness to the room you're in, to the people in your life, to all those difficult people and past situations. Try and send kindness to all of it. It's made you who you are. And then, just when you're ready, you can open your eyes if they're closed. So, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I hope it's been of use, just to give you a bit more about kindness. And so, I wish you all a very kind time, a kind day. Whenever you're feeling uncomfortable, you can always come back to this kind heart that's always in us. Breathe it in and welcome everything. Just accept you are where you are. Everything will change after a while. So thank you very much, and I'll do more of these podcasts soon. So stay tuned, and I'll speak to you again another time. So take care. Bye just now.